What is poppin', guys? We are back on Pokemon Showdown today on the team builder for my week 4 GBA analysis of the team that I'm bringing for this week. But I got some heat this time. I'm up against San Francisco Arcaniners coach George, also known as SceptileMC. Very solid player in general. I believe he's also 3-0 right now, just like us, so he's also undefeated. And this is going to be very interesting to see how it all plays out. And just some stuff I noticed about his team building for other weeks. He brought Scarf, Choice Scarf, Trick Room, Gardevoir, as well as Rocky Helmet, Lottie with Reflect type defensive. And I don't know if he was just trying to send me some subliminal messages indirectly that I need to step up my heat. That's exactly what I did this week. So I'll show you what I got here. The team that he's bringing should pop up on the right hand side. He's got a really interesting squad with some Volturn capability, Magneton, Fortress, Mega Beedrill, all have momentum incorporated into them. He also has some very bulky attackers like Nidoqueen, Spiritomb, Snorlax, and Milotic. I guess is a pretty defensive but bulky sort of Pokemon that can have some decent offensive capability, including Lottie as well, I guess. And Gardevoir, I feel like he's gonna bring 100% because it's pretty good versus me, even though I have a Jirachi. That's really my only fairy switch in. And going into this match, I figured the best approach was in order to build for this opponent. I figured it was pretty much bringing Stealth Rocks because of the fact that he has only a Lottie and a Fortress, and I was 100% sure that he's not going to bring Lottie. And this is because of the fact that I have a Rachi, a Togekiss, a Sneasel, stuff that can really commonly handle Lottie pretty well. I'm pretty confident that he's not going to bring it. I actually fight him in about 30 minutes or so. He said he'd be ready at 5 o'clock. It's Thursday right now. By the time this video goes up, it'll be Saturday. But I always like recording the building videos before I have the actual match, just so that it'll be more interesting to kind of see my analysis before I even face my opponent. So I figured that'd be really good, and I hope that's what you all want to see. But anyways, I decided that Stealth Rocks are going to be really good, and I want to get them up pretty easily, pretty safely. I want to get up rocks efficiently, and the way I can do that was by bringing Stealth Rocks on Jirachi. I brought offensive Rachi week 1, 2, and 3, so potentially if I bring in Rachi on something, he'll be forced to switch out. It'll give me a perfect opportunity to set up rocks. So that's kind of the approach I wanted to go with, how I got up Stealth Rocks on my opponent's side. Additionally, his team is a bit weak to ground type attacks if he decides not to bring Lottie. I mean, Milotic is going to obviously be a defensive set because that's his only way of dealing with high-powered physical ground type attacks is his physically defensive Milotic. I figure that he's going to bring that 100%, but if I'm able to punch a hole through Milotic or weaken it somehow with Haxorus or something, as you can see I have that on this team, then Downfan has a much easier time for trying to sweep. I'll go to the set soon enough. I know you can see some of the heat sets that I have here, but we'll start off with Jirachi first of all. Now, Jirachi here is it's pretty much a Colbur Berry, Stealth Rocks 3 attacks, mainly a special attacker, but it has a mixed capability here. Colbur Berry in order for me to take on Spiritomb pretty well. So because I can take on Spiritomb with it just makes it easier for me to sort of play 50-50s to my side, because he'll probably want to click Pursuit if he brings Spiritomb on my Rachi and try to catch me on the switch. I can sort of play around that by clicking Iron Head, forcing him to Sucker Punch while I have a Colbur Berry here. So it's kind of in my favor versus Spiritomb having a Colbur Berry, and I have Iron Head of course to hit stuff like Gardevoir, which I am faster than with the speed EVs that I have here. Thunder in order for me to just para stuff, make Iron Head easier, as well as being able to 2-hit KO Milotic on the switch in. So after rocks, with this EV spread here, Thunder is able to 2-hit KO Milotic. It's very important that I am able to have stuff for Milotic here in order for Donphan to sweep, or Haxorus. It's pretty reliable coverage move here. Next, I have Hidden Power Ground. The reason I chose to bring Hidden Power Ground was because of the fact that Magneton can actually trap me, and I don't want to be helpless versus Magneton. I don't want to have to rely on trying to flinch it down. So I have Hidden Power Ground for the Magneton here. It's able to OHKO any variant of Magneton besides Eviolite. It's like a roll in his favor for killing Magneton that has Eviolite. But I EV'd myself here, so the special defense is enough to allow me to not get 2-hit KO'd by either Eviolite or Scarf Magneton's Thunderbolt. And Hidden Power Ground, I'm faster than a Specs Magneton anyway, so I can OHKO it with that. And Stealth Rock, like I said, it's just great versus his team. If I get up rocks early in the game, which I'm going to try to do. And Jirachi, this set here is a set that I'm going to try to bring out and try to force Stealth Rocks up early in the game. And that, I think, is going to be really important for me to kind of direct or control how I want to play this game. And, you know, that's pretty much the first Pokemon I have here. That's how I approach this match. Now, the next Pokemon I have here is none other than Donphan. Like I said, his team is pretty weak to ground type attacks. Only Pokemon being immune is Lati. Milotic will take it'll still take a hefty amount from an Adamant Max Attack Donphan, Earthquake, and then Simisage, which I'm pretty sure he's not gonna bring, and that probably can't take an Earthquake that well anyways. And I mean, everything else is pretty fair game, I think, except Lati. I don't think he's gonna bring. I don't think he's gonna bring Lati. I don't think he's gonna bring Simisage. I also don't think he's gonna bring Nidoqueen, and the reason is because I have a lot of Water type Pokemon on my team, so I honestly don't think he'll bring Nidoqueen, but he might. We don't know yet. We'll see what happens in about 30 minutes, or I'll see what happens. You guys will see on Sunday. But anyways, Mr. Jamvad, my Donphan here. So we got Pokeaim, of course, my boy Pokeaim making an appearance with the Stealth Rocks on him, and Mr. Jamvad. Now, Mr. Jamvad, okay, so think about Mr. Jamvad, right? Mr. Jamvad here, he's a rock polished Donphan, so right now he's slow, he's, you know, moving slowly in his wheelchair or with his cane or whatnot. And then all of a sudden he has like rocket, like jetpacks or something on him, and just imagine Jamvad just like moving at the speed of light. That's what I got here. I don't know why, I just wanted you guys to imagine that, but you know, whatever. It's all part of the fun. We got here a rock polished Donphan, and I just wanted to take a more offensive approach for Donphan. Just want to bring a more offensive ground type in general. Like I usually bring Custab Donphan, or I usually brought it like the weeks that I brought Donphan, it was pretty much Custab Berry Donphan. And this time I just wanted to bring a change for Donphan. I wanted to show you guys a pretty cool set. This is a rock polish set, and after one rock polish, I'm faster than a Mega Beedrill, Adamant Nature Mega Beedrill. I'm also faster than a Scarf Gardevoir, which is really cool. And I'm able to outrun, I'm able to, I have a max attack here. Like I said, I'm able to outrun those two Pokemon, and I'm pretty much like, if I set up a rock polish once Milotic is weakened or has been eliminated from the scene, as well as if you bring, like, I'm thinking of the Pokemon that can really deal with this Donphan, and the only Pokemon I can think of is Milotic and Snorlax and potentially Magnet Rise Magneton, but I don't think so. Or maybe defensive Gardevoir, or Lati, I guess, can eat up a player if he's defensive, but also, yeah, Fortress can take one, but I don't think he can do anything back. And maybe Sash for an. I'm trying to like brainstorm here what he could bring, but looking at it right now, you know, this is just a very offensive set, and it's going to pressure him so much if I set up a rock polish with this Donphan. I'm really expecting to sweep with either Donphan or Haxorus. Haxorus is a really big potential to sweep if he doesn't bring Fortress, if I'm able to pick off Fortress somehow. But anyways, Earthquake, Natural Gift is Natural Gift Fire. Watmel Berry is a Fire Berry. It's going to give me a Natural Gift Fire. This is what I have here in order to sort of punch Fortress for my Haxorus. So basically, I guess Jamvad and Void are working together, sort of. Haxorus can punch Snorlax, Milotic, pretty much everything except Fortress, and Jamvad can punch Fortress and help everything for Haxorus. So they're kind of working together here, pretty much, in order to get rid of threats that the other doesn't like. But like I said, Natural Gift in order to punch Fortress here, as well as Magneton. Like, I've seen George bring Magnet Rise Magneton before, I believe. So if he decides to set up a Magnet Rise or something while I rock polish, I can still hit it for super effective damage with the Watmel Berry. So it's going to be pretty fun if I can do that. Player of Fears in order for me to hit Spiritomb for some higher damage than Earthquake, as well as Lati. If he decides to bring Lati, I'll have Player for that as well. I'm not completely going unprepared versus Lati. I'm confident that he's not going to bring it, but like I said, even if I'm confident he's not going to bring something, I'm still going to have at least a safety net in order for me to deal with the Pokemon. So I'm pretty prepared for everything he brings. Next up we got here, so yeah, Donphan, or Mr. Jamvad, pretty much I just dumped the rest of Max Attack and the rest of Spadef here in order to take any special attack we need to. Next we have here a Haxorus, and like I said, Haxorus is just great versus his team. Should he decide, you know, if he brings Fortress, then that's his only way of dealing with Haxorus. If he doesn't bring Fortress, he's gonna have a tough time versus this Pokemon here. Now, Haxorus has Dragon Dance, 3 attacks, pretty standard set. I mean, I have Dragon Fang here, which is just I felt was a more superior item for this matchup, just because of the fact that I can, like I said, I want Haxorus to put in more damage, as much damage as I possibly can without really hindering myself too much. That's why I didn't want to run Life Orb. I just wanted to run Dragon Fang here. I figured that would be good. 1.2 times boost, I believe, on the Dragon type attacks. So Dragon Claw here is like a base 96 power now, if I'm not mistaken. From testing this team on Showdown and stuff with my friends and all, you know, I think it has like a base 96 power with the Dragon Fang. So that's awesome. +1, I'm able to, you know, put in massive damage versus the Milotic, versus the Nidoqueen, Snorlax, Magneton. Spiritomb, it does a lot of damage to Spiritomb, which is great. Gardevoir gets O-Code by Poison Jab, which is awesome. And I'm pretty sure it even gets O-Code. Like an offensive Gardevoir gets destroyed by Poison Jab even just after rocks without setting up, so that's awesome there. And you know, I just put the rest in defense here. I just made sure I have enough speed in order to outrun pretty much everything, like Jolly Mega Beedrill, that's about it. Or whatever the fastest thing on his team was, bar Scarf Infernape or Scarf Latias, that's about it, I think. So I have this Haxorus here, which can really put in a lot of work, I feel, and has Mold Breaker, which probably won't come into use, but it'll still be good. Anyways, our fourth Pokemon we have on this team is IMP Zamrock. So, you know, SD Keldeo coming back, another... well, not in his SD form, of course, but, you know, we're going to be seeing Keldeo here in this match. We have a Black Belt Keldeo with Sub Calm Mind. And, I mean, I could have run Leftovers, but I felt like Leftovers would just give away my set too obviously. If he decides to, like, if I decide to take damage before I decide to sub, I kind of wanted him to think that I'm, you know, locked in or something, maybe, or like an E-Belt. That's kind of why I just went with a Black Belt here. Powers up my Secret Sword so I can punch Milotic better. Can put in more damage versus the, I guess the Snorlax, I guess just anything in general, it does more damage versus, I like these kinds of items. Like I remember I brought like Twisted Spoon Rachi. It's kind of like the same, like Dragon Fang, Black Belt with 1.2 times power, which is pretty nice. I don't want to spoil the sets yet, but anyways. Sub CM Keldeo allows me to sub up on Milotic, allows me to sub up on maybe like if he decides to bring, what, like Spiritomb, I can sub up on Spiritomb pretty well. Unless he has like Infiltrator or something, but then, like, you know, I can still sub and I can still be kind of safe, I guess, unless he brings like Will-O-Wisp. I mean, I feel like Sub CM is just pretty fine in general. It allows me to play mind games, especially if he brings like Beedrill lead. I can sub with this thing and I'll be in a really good position behind the sub. So that's kind of why I've decided to bring this set here. 84 HP EVs allows me to sub 4 times. I just put the speed in enough what I needed, and the rest is special attack here. And those are my 4 Pokemon so far. So it's looking pretty nice. I mean, I think my prep is pretty good. Just wait, though. Alright, I mean, if you thought Rock Polish Downfan is pretty heat, just wait until you see the next 2 Pokemon here. So we got Blaziken, my boy Young Roop here. He's been a good friend of mine for a while. But yeah, we got here a really cool Choice Specs Blaziken. Blaziken making his debut for the first time because I just drafted him. I drafted him from the free agency. If you guys saw the video that I'm going to be putting up tomorrow. Yeah, like on Friday, there's going to be, well, by now Friday's already over because this video is going up on Saturday. But yeah, Friday I'm gonna do an announcement video. I did an announcement video about Blaziken, and then yeah, tomorrow or Sunday. It's it's tricky because I'm recording this at a time when the video is not going up yet, or the video's already gone up. Nah, it's confusing. Whatever. I'm living in a different universe right now. But anyways, Choice Specs Blaziken here is... I'll tell you some calcs, okay? So I decided to bring Specs Blaziken just because of the fact that... Okay, so Focus Blast, 2-hit KOs Milotic. 2-hit KOs Physically Defensive Milotic, which is the most probable set that he's going to bring. Additionally, Specs Blaziken Fire Blast OHKO's Nidoqueen. It's also able to OHKO Spiritomb with Fire Blast, of course. And Focus Blast OHKO's the Infernape, and it puts in so much work, I feel, versus his team. He doesn't have a lot for Specs Blaziken, and as long as I'm able to hit the moves, I'm in a very good position. Vacuum Wave is able to give me some priority versus a weakened maybe Infernape or a weakened... I don't know, I really don't think he's going to bring Simisage, but it's just good priority versus the Infernape as well as the Magneton, as well as if he brings like Scarf Magneton or something. Or even like versus a weakened Beedrill, but you know, I don't think we'll need that because the last Pokemon we have here is also HP Ice for Lottie in case he decides to bring it. I can catch that on the Switch. So I mean, I'm pretty prepared overall. But now the last Pokemon here, okay? So if you thought I was insane with my team building, just wait until you see this last Pokemon. Choice Banded Togekiss with Hustle. You really didn't think I was gonna bring this, did you? You really didn't think I was gonna bring it, but I actually am. So we got here Choice Banded Togekiss, my boy Blunder, coming back with Blunder. Blunder's pretty good with Hita Fajita videos. He uploads them pretty often, so I figured I'd just give him a nice heat set here with the Choice Band Hustle. I'll explain my thought process when bringing this set. So he has a Mega Beedrill, right? Max Attack Adamant Extreme Speed is a chance to OHKO completely at full HP. Is a chance to OHKO. After Rocks, it's a guaranteed OHKO for sure, or even just a little bit of damage. Like the calc is like 88.5 to 105 if he's like 4 defense Mega Beedrill. But that's amazing. If the Beedrill takes any prior damage, like from a Vacuum Wave or something, E-Speed knocks it out completely. Also, Focus Punch. Let's say because Snorlax is a pretty good answer to special attacking Togekiss. If he brings in Snorlax as I click Focus Punch, standard Curse Snorlax gets OHKO'd from full by this Focus Punch. It's just like, okay, you know what? Like, if I actually pull that off, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be probably in the top plays, right? I'm still the top plays is just my highlight reel pretty much right now. That's what I'm trying to make it. Anyways, we got Sky Attack here, which is a charging move, I know, but like if I bring in Togekiss and he's forced out into something else, if I click Sky Attack, let's say he brings the Nidoqueen on this thing, and I click Sky Attack, I'm still faster than Nidoqueen, I'm pretty sure. I'm able to OHKO Nidoqueen from full. I'm able to also OHKO Lottie, and Lottie, of course, can't knock me out in one hit. So, with that being said, and it's just a very powerful Pokemon. I feel like it can take it can take some Pokemon by surprise. It's just a great way in order to bluff a special attacking set. I have E-Speed, which is cool. And finally, Body Slam here, which I don't know. I didn't think it had any other good physical attacking moves other than like Drain Punch. What else does it have? Zen Headbutt. Ooh, I could have run Zen Headbutt here, but I decided to go with Body Slam just because I can get some paralysis off. Pretty natural for helping out Jirachi here, as well as letting my other Pokemon be faster. And that's pretty much what I went with here. So that's gonna be the team. Yeah, we got Rock Jirachi, Rock Polish Downfan, Dragon Dance Haxorus, Keldeo, Sub CM Keldeo, Specs Blaziken, and Banded Togekiss there. So that's gonna be the team. Hope you guys like it. Really hope we come through, and I'm hoping that the competition for the amount of heat that I bring has just skyrocketed because of the Banded Togekiss and the Rock Polish Donphan. Specs Blaziken. I like this team though. It actually put in work. I was testing it out and it put in some work versus the people that I test with, the friends that I test with. They're really helpful, and I got some cool sets here. So hopefully we'll come through with the match that's going up on Sunday, and if not, then I tried. I tried. I really want Rock Polish Donphan to win, or I want Haxorus to just blow things back, or Togekiss to knock out the Beedrill with E-Speed. I want to use one of those 3 sets, or Blaziken just make its debut. I'm excited for sure. Hopefully we go 4-0. Really hoping that we do. But I'm about to face George very soon. I probably should get ready. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys on the battle that's tomorrow.